Hey folks, I guess we're rolling here. I'm gonna make a MGTOW video. I haven't made a MGTOW video in a while. Um, it is Tuesday, October 2nd, and right now they're all going on about this Brett Kavanaugh. There's a woman, supposedly, she's been living in a cave the last 2 weeks. There's a woman who supposedly says that in like 1983 he got frisky with her at a party or some nonsense like this. Then you look at this woman and she is just a pure whack job, pure crackpot. I've been following it really closely, mostly on InfoWars, unless you're new here. Been following it really close on InfoWars, and a lot of other sites too have been talking about it. But yeah, it doesn't sound very realistic to me, watching her testimony there to the Senate. I mean, I don't know, just really weird acting. She looked at me like she was really out of it. I mean, if she's 51, I mean, she looks like she's 71. I mean, you're telling me she's getting that wrinkly from being out in the sun? I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. It might be possible. I saw a girl I go to high school with just a couple days ago. I was out and I seen her, and she's my age, and I don't know, she looked like she was about 45. But holy, she was hot stuff in high school too. Not anymore. But yeah, I don't believe a word out of her mouth, because they're talking about her having links to the CIA and her having she's supposedly a doctor, or so they say, psychologist, I think. But like Alex Jones was saying, she's done studies with implanting fake memories, that kind of thing. So I don't know if she's performed those kind of procedures on other people, or if she's been involved in that kind of thing. But I think somebody's implanted a false memory in her, because I don't believe anything out of her mouth. Really, really sad. You know, of course, there's another woman. Like I said, even Alex Jones, he predicted that all these women would be coming forward. And now there's an FBI investigation going on. And as they're investigating, they're seeing how these women and their accusations are kind of falling apart as they go forward, which is no surprise to me. You know, it's like accusations are not proof. I mean, I could accuse a brontosaurus of sexual assault. You know, I got in a time machine and went back to the Jurassic era, or Triassic, wherever in the hell they're from, and, you know, was sexually harassed or something by I don't know, just totally just crazy fictional event. Tracking down people this guy, Brett Kavanaugh, went to high school with, college with, and all this, trying to just find anybody who doesn't like Donald Trump, and then just basically implant a memory and have them come forward with their fake memory and try to derail them. I don't remember Neil Gorsuch going through anything like this. But man, they're just hammering Brett Kavanaugh, and I think it's a total, desperation on the Democrats and anything they can do to seize power. We vote in a little over a month, 5 weeks or something. We vote, and anybody who votes Democrat is a fucking fool. I'm sorry. I know I voted Democrat in the past too, but them days are gone. I mean, there's a lot's changed in the last 5 years. Holy shit. Yeah, it's just like a madhouse. A lot's changed. The Democrats have just aligned themselves with the Chinese and the communists and the global government and anything to push tyranny and take our rights and all this crap that the media pushes, all the propaganda and everything in the movies. I don't know, it's really too bad that it's come to this. What a difference just 5 years make. I voted for Obama in his second term, but the days of voting Democrat are gone. Whatever you do, don't vote Democrat. And stop watching TV. You want to watch news on TV, take it all with a grain of salt. You have to take it all with a grain of salt. You want to watch a little more reputable news source, actually Fox, believe it or not, I think is probably your best bet. Watch Tucker Carlson and I don't know that other guy on there. Can't remember, can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. But they're both pretty good. And of course, InfoWars. You get the InfoWars official app. You can get it on Android. It's not available on the Apple Store anymore. But I think there is a way to get it on your phone right off the site or something. I think there's a way to do that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not real tech savvy in that respect. But yeah, if you look into it, you can find a way to get it. Because when I was in the 7th grade, I was just ridiculous. I was hanging around with a kid who was kind of a creep. I don't hang around with him just for like... Well, I started hanging around with him in the 7th grade, and then he got me into trouble, and then I was like, the hell with this kid. I'm not hanging around with him anymore. I was guilty by association. That wasn't cool at all. But yeah, I was accused by 7th grade. In the 7th grade. Accused by 2 girls for sexual harassment. I don't know what people are thinking. It's just like, this is something that's been going on for decades in this country, giving women a loaded gun to just completely destroy a man's life and destroy his reputation. And, you know, basically they want to castrate you and throw you in a cage for sexual harassment, not assault. That's what Brett Kavanaugh is being charged with, actual assault. But like I said, I was in the 7th grade, and what's really odd is the one girl, I know she was promiscuous, but her mother must put her on birth control or something. And the other girl actually got pregnant her junior year of high school. And then a few years after graduation, maybe 5 years after graduation, she was probably in her early 20s, 23, something like that. She actually popped up on the registered sex offender site. And I looked into it a little bit, and I missed him. Mosquito. Looked into it a little bit, and yeah, she was screwing around with a 15-year-old guy when she was 23. It's kind of funny how that works. And then just recently, I was out and I seen her, which had to have been her daughter, because she looked just like her, so it had to have been her daughter. And she was walking with her, and her daughter's T-shirt said, what the hell did it say exactly? Something very similar to the effect of "help stop sexual assault." Like, oh my God, the hypocrisy of these women is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, that's why as a MGTOW, that's why you gotta always be thinking ahead. You know, you don't want to be putting yourself in any kind of compromising positions. I know, not Brett Kavanaugh, Vice President Mike Pence, he was criticized a while back for saying that he'd never go to dinner with any woman besides his wife, and like, oh, he's paranoid and sexist and all that. Yeah, now all this is coming forward. He's like, yeah, yeah, they're not fucking up his reputation. But yeah, it's just like unbelievable. I mean, you go to a party or something and do something stupid when you're 17, and they can just fucking hang you for it when you're 53 years old. You can run for the Supreme Court. And this guy's been in the limelight for a while. I mean, he was in tight with the Bush administration, and he served on all these other courts or whatever like that. I'm not real savvy on his history of his career, but I know he's been out there a while, and now all of a sudden Trump's in and he wants to make him Supreme Court, so here comes all the people out of the woodwork to come together and try to destroy him. Really, really quite sad. Cut my pinky open at work, man. I flayed it last week. It seems to be healing up. Damn. Busted my finger, didn't even know it. There's blood all over everything. Like, oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm gonna go bandage up my pinky. It didn't need stitches or nothing. Must have nicked the vessel, though. Man, it's a very scary situation. Even Donald Trump said today that, you know, it's a very scary time for young men. And I don't really think he means, like, you know, high school guys, you know. Basically, it's a very scary situation for just young men in general. I mean, Donald Trump's, you know, he's over 70. So basically, I mean, if you're basically a single guy and maybe you're not real smooth with the ladies or whatever like that, you may want to be really careful, especially if you're like any kind of like an eccentric, or if you've got like eccentric like interests. like me, you know, I mean, I don't watch sports or anything like that. I like to hike, and I spend a lot of time by myself researching stuff online and making YouTube videos. And actually, I like to draw and stuff like that. But man, it's just, I mean, how far back are they going to go to be busting some guy's balls about his history? I mean, are they going to go back to like birth? Like they were making fun of like that meme. They're making fun saying like I don't know, like this Blasey Ford woman's lawyer was seen naked with two nurses like shortly after birth or whatever. Like, like how far back are they gonna go? I don't know. It's just absolute lunacy. There needs to be a statute of limitations. I think the statute of limitations now is 20 years, and it's been longer than 20 years, but they can always follow a civil suit. Well, they need to cap that too. The statute of limitations, I think, in my opinion, should be 10 years, and you should not be able to file a civil suit after 15 years. I think that's very fair. I mean, if you're waiting 20, 25, 30, 35 plus years, it just sounds to me like you're just out for your own interest. Like they've already set up a GoFundMe account for this woman, and it's already like, I suppose it's not one account I think for her, but I think it's all the accounts together and everything else, all the donations. It's like over $900,000. I mean, this woman's gonna get a book deal, and she's gonna get a Lifetime movie and all this bullshit. Like on Family Guy, like men are terrible and will hurt you because you're a woman, and this is Lifetime. Like there's like men like lurking. Do they even notice it now? I don't know. There's been like a lot of paranoia in the area lately. I've seen it online of like women thinking they're like at the store and they're like being followed and all this, and it's like, well, what the hell? You know, they're out someplace and everybody thinks that these women think they're being followed, and people are after their kids, and it's like, God Almighty, this is like total pure paranoia. It's just absolute lunacy. People got to break the conditioning. Gotta break the conditioning, Alex Jones style. I can't yell like that, and my voice will be gone for a good week and a half. It's just unbelievable. Really is some kind of certainly like a modern day witch hunt of men in this country. Like I saw this little cartoon online, and it said, well, it just had like two scenarios. Like the top picture was like a hunk, all V-shaped like stud, and he's like flirting with the secretary, like, "Hey Susan, looking good," and she's like, "Oh, thanks." And then the bottom picture is like a fat schlubby guy with glasses and bald, like a real like goony goober looking type guy, and he's saying, "Hey Susan, looking good," and she's like, "Hello, human resources, like I want to report like a sexual harassment," because yeah, he's not a hunk. Like I said before, like there are no sexy sex offenders. I mean, it's not really about anything else. It's mostly just about women want control over men, but they don't know how to do it. They lack the cognitive capacity to lead over men. And when women are in authoritative positions, if they're police or your boss at work or anything like that, as soon as or even school teachers and stuff, there's like all these pedophile school teachers and stuff going after all these teen boys, and Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's just, fuck, nothing like that ever happened to me when I was in school, which is offensive because I was attractive. But whenever you get women who have power over men, it's just like they pervert it or something. It's just like they create a very, very like unnatural atmosphere. I mean, you can just feel like the weakness. I mean, I'm 5'9", I weigh like 250 something pounds, and it's just really hard. I'm not real tall, but like trying to take orders from some woman who's 4'11", it's like, Jesus Christ, it's not emasculating. They're not empowered, these women. They're not intimidating to me. It's just like it's almost like I feel embarrassed for them. Like somebody told them they could be in charge over me, over men, and it's just really sad. Like a strange, really strange, perverted, almost, it's really hard to explain, perverted sort of situation. And just, sitting there taking orders from somebody, could just grab their neck and it's like, no. Sorry, I need a new boss here. Need somebody new here. This one didn't work. This one broke. Get a different one. But I don't know. Absolutely, I think men make better leaders. Obviously, we make it better soldiers because women don't sign up for the draft. And you sure the hell don't see women out marching in the street for their right to sign up for the draft. And you won't anytime either. Soon. Either, because that's not what they want. They just want, you know, they just want to just have power handed to them. They don't want to have to earn it or anything. Like men build space shuttles, and we build militaries, and we build all these, you know, big organizations and businesses and all this, and we're all male dominated, and they work great, and then they bring these women in, and they just like hand them the baton at the door. Like, here you go. You think women would be really feel like they're being condescended to? Like, I'm a big girl today. I'm in charge. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. No, not really, but all right. I guess I don't want to get my ass sued. So yeah, I guess you're in charge, sweetheart. What an embarrassment. I don't know. Not too sure what'll happen, but we definitely have to vote Republican here in the upcoming elections in November. You don't have to vote Republican, just do not vote Democrat or Green Party. You don't want to vote for any party that aligns themselves with communism, socialism, isms, feminism, atheism, ism this, ism that. Time to get away from that crap. But, yeah, the false accusations are real and they're happening a lot, and I do think it's a real witch hunt towards men. That's why it's a good idea to go MGTOW. Like, I get a lot of criticism, not a lot of criticism, but I've had criticism of people like, oh, you're just going MGTOW, you don't want to get married or have kids. Like, that's just part of the globalist depopulation plan. That's what they want from you. Well, it's not like they make it easy not to be MGTOW. I mean, do you want to get married and lose half everything you've earned in your life in a divorce? Do you want to have visitation with your kids every other weekend and pay, I don't know, what would you pay? $300-400 a month for child support? Or every 2 weeks for child support? Or I don't know, some guys just pay a freaking boatload, and all the states are different. But man, it's just, you know, really, really crazy. That's why, you know, MGTOW's got to think ahead. You got to be prepared. Nobody's going to swoop in and save you. Us men got to save ourselves. We got to look out for each other. As iron sharpens iron, another man sharpens another. It's a good philosophy. But, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Brett Kavanaugh's 100% not only not guilty, but innocent. The guy strikes me as a total egghead bookworm, a total square. I don't think he's probably partied as much as he leads on. He just doesn't want the American people to think that he's that damn square. Just some square, spoiled, rich kid having everything handed to him. I don't know, and that woman is just, she's got some screws loose. She's up there, like, smiling. He sexually assaulted me. What the hell are you smiling about? Then she was, like, trying to, like, fake cry. Of course, Brett Kavanaugh's up there. He can't even talk about his family or anything without trying not to cry. You can tell he's a dork, but he's a genuine dork, and I think he knows the law, and I think he's not guilty of what he's being accused of. He's not guilty. He's innocent. I think a lot of women who are even accusing him, not women accusing him, but you know, the women that want him to step down as Supreme Court Justice nominee and all this, they know. They're just trying to make some kind of a power move. Like I said, women in positions of authority just can't cut the mustard. As soon as they get themselves a draft card, maybe I'll start taking it serious. But as for now, nope. No. But yeah, I haven't made a MGTOW video in a while, so I just thought maybe I'd make a quick one here. So, alright. Moving into October, it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Not bad. This is Arctis Bouchard. Please like and subscribe. Trump 2020. Hail Odin. See you around.